In this video, you will learn how to search for literature as a researcher in psychology. You'll learn how to navigate databases, create search strings, and evaluate sources. This will be one of many videos in our RA training series, which aims to equip RAs like yourselves with effective and marketable skills in research. Without further ado, let's begin. First off, searching for literature is not a linear process. You will need to search for sources every step of the way, and often you'll find yourself rewriting sections of your paper with different citations. Now let's dive into databases. We can think of databases as a collection of scholarly resources like journal articles and books that are used by researchers to find information for their work. There will be three main databases you'll find yourself using. Google Scholar is best for very broad, quick searches, but source quality varies. It lacks strong filters, and so its search precision is low. Web of Science is more carefully curated, especially for the social sciences. It offers advanced filters, high search precision, and excellent citation tracking. Psych Info is a highly curated psychology-specific database. It's ideal for finding high-quality psych papers, but its scope is much narrower, so it won't cover everything. So here's a useful graphic for understanding how articles, journals, and databases are related to each other. Here's a quick note. Some sources that you find will be kept behind a paywall. So to bypass this, you can search for the paper in the Claremont College's library database, where you should be able to access it for free with your school email. Another way to access articles for free is through Google Scholar by linking the Claremont College's library database. Go into Settings, select Library Links, then search up Claremont Colleges and select both the links you see. Now, when you search up articles on Google Scholar, you can access the article for free using the link on the right. Let's go ahead and move on to search methods. So the most common way to search for papers is to create a search string. We'll go over keywords, Boolean operators, truncation, filters, and lastly, phrases, which are all part of creating a search string. Keywords are words related to your search topic. So if I'm trying to find articles about how company culture affects employee performance, I would use keywords like performance, culture, employee, and outcomes. Now, Boolean operators are words like and, or, and not, and they're used in literature searches to narrow or broaden results by combining search strings. And narrows search by requiring all keywords to be present, while or broadens it to include any of the terms, and not excludes terms to narrow the results. These operators allow you to refine a search for more accurate and relevant results in library databases and search engines. Truncations broaden your search to include different endings by adding an asterisk at the end of the word stem, which finds all the variations of that word. Finally, filters and phrases are used to narrow your search. Phrases are simply keywords that are grouped together using quotations. So for example, if you search the phrase climate change, you'll find the exact phrase and not the two words separately. Scholarly databases will often have advanced filters you can change to get a more precise search. The types of filters available will differ by database, so it's best if you play around with them yourself to get some practice. Google Scholar has very limited filters, but if we hop over to the Web of Science database, you'll see it has many more. For example, if you change this filter to abstract and add in some keywords, the search will find any papers that include these keywords specifically in their abstract. And this will help us find relevant articles, since relevant articles will have abstracts that include the keywords that you're searching for. Go ahead and pause the video and try it out for yourself. Another search method is called citation chaining. This can be broken down into forward chaining and backward chaining. Forward chaining, or a forward search, finds newer articles that have cited a specific paper, looking forward in time. Backward chaining, or a backward search, finds older articles that a paper has cited. As you search for papers, you will also have to evaluate them to see if they fit with your research question and if they're relevant at all. A useful framework for evaluating sources is called CRAP. CRAP stands for currency, relevance, authority, accuracy, and purpose. Currency is about when the article was published. The date may or may not matter depending on your topic, but it's always important to know, especially if you're looking for newer or historical research. Relevance looks at how closely the article connects to your research question. Ask yourself whether it actually relates to your topic, who it's written for, and whether it's at the right level. Authority focuses on who created the article, who is the author, where was it published, and are the author and journal credible. Accuracy is about how reliable the information is. Where does the evidence come from? Is it supported by research? Is it peer-reviewed or presented in an unbiased way? And finally, purpose asks why the article exists in the first place. Is the goal to inform, persuade, or promote something? And are the author's intentions clear? Is it fact that they're presenting or opinion? You've probably heard of APA format, which stands for American Psychological Association format. We've learned how to search for and evaluate articles. Now let's briefly touch on how to cite them. Here's an example of an APA citation. You will never have to manually create these yourself. I recommend using ZoteroBib or MyBib to generate your citation list, but always be sure to check them afterward for proper citation. Here's how the in-text citations should look like. As you read more academic literature, you'll see the different ways that you can cite in text and how to order multiple in-text citations in one sentence. So that concludes the first episode of our RA training series. Thank you so much for watching.